stream marker. For physical here, I did a fire team. Or I did a water beast team. So I did Lauren, who broke, Yoshi, who gave me water, and really Tifa is the main one here. The only one that's really equipped. I'll answer that after, Sylv. And overall, really, the only thing everyone here changed, the important person is actually this one right here, Arden. So Arden has the ability to increase all of his stats and increase all of his elements by 100% for one turn. And since Yoshi was covering everyone with water, I used Zan to steal his buffs and give it to everybody. So, like, they were naked. And he had his provoke, stole, everyone was able to survive, and this is a turn 2 kill, basically because all I wanted is Tifa. And since it's a water team, she likes to have water to begin with. That's all you had to do for both. It's pretty simple. So let's go to the other easy, and I use both for both teams, and you'll see for physical ice earth it was very similar. And what I used here was Tifa once again. So let's load. So I used ice human. So you can see here, it's almost the exact same team. Actually, it is the exact same team. Just had to put human killer on the unit here. Basically, just make sure that no one has any negative in the elements that you're looking for. And it's the same thing. Boost, chain like the Dickens, and cap with Tifa. Let's see here. So for magic, it's almost the exact same thing, except I used Ibarra. Once again, using all dark here. So this one is undead. Loading for the undead here. Dark Dead. Same exact team, except and I even used Tifa, actually, on this one as well. Didn't need to. Basically, Tifa was there just for the SR chains. That's all that I was looking for is SR chains here. She was equipped. Good to go. Ibarra is the limit burst damage. Turn 2. Bam. Thank you. Lauren did the break. Izuma did her own Darkness and Peril. And once again, you have this combination, which allowed me to basically have naked units again. Let's see here. For the next team is going to be very similar to that one. The Aqua. I used Dark Aqua again, so we're going to load. Oop, I said load. Dark Aqua. This team, so I used to break here, and they gave me Aquan Killer. So that was the reason why they were involved. And using her 100% and her 100%, Grimlord Sakura, I was still able to basically just ignore everything there. I had water given to everybody, but which Zan gave, but she still used dark because they were weak to water and dark. I used the dark damage just to amplify hers, and she by herself got the 2.1, but it was just barely for Leviathan here. But it was done. Let's see here. So the more interesting ones here, though, are the magical domain here with the... This one wasn't too bad. So we had dark magic. Once again, Ibara was ideal for this. We used this. It was a very similar team to the previous chain. They were fully equipped though. Ibara didn't max cap. She was around 1.92 billion, but everyone else chaining here got the damage that we were looking for. Yoshikiri's important. His whole goal, along with all the other times with the Ibara, is to give the Ibara his huge buff of 150%. That's enough to get through there. If you don't have Ibara, you're going to have a problem for this specific fight, because it's going to be very hard to cap. But if you have enough Dark CWA chainers, you can probably do this. Also, Yoshikiri was important as for the Magic Machine Killers. He has the highest Magic Machine Killer right now in the game, and so he gave that out to everybody as well. Alright, so the next one here is this dude. I don't even remember what he was called. But he was the light physical. This was an interesting team. I, once again, just went straight Tifa. If you have Sora, you probably can actually do more damage than what Tifa can do. FaZe actually was very important in giving the resist. This was a very complicated run for me. I actually kind of don't like this team, but it worked. SR chainings here and SR chaining here basically did light damage. In all honesty, if you could actually have everyone here AMOE chaining and have Kyrie, it would be much easier, as Tifa would be able to do this by herself. So there's definitely better teams than the one that I used here. I mean, I would highly suggest, if possible, if you have all three Kingdom Hearts units, use the Kingdom Hearts units instead. But at this point, and do AMOE chaining. But I used the magic tank here to tank. As I say, I got it through. Tifa was pretty strong, didn't quite cap. She was about 1.9. If I had Kyrie in here with the AMOE chaining, it probably would have been completely different and would have been a much easier cap. But at that point, that is what it was. That was a turn 3 kill. Oh, and let's go talk about Odin. So this team barely capped, and I have a lot of equipment here. But most importantly, everyone here has 30% earth and wind. Everybody, so Physalis has Aeroga, Bar, Aeroja, Bar, Earthga here. So they turns 1 and 2, both of them would cast the correct bar spells to protect everyone. The reason on turn 2 is turn 2, Tifa would cast 10,000 needles. Sora would actually, and his main is very much unequipped, would then Bushido Freedom, taking away the debuff. Have to rebuff here. On turn 2, you Brave Shift Kyrie. Turn 3, you give her the 25% buff to everybody. And turn 4, you go back to her main area because she has the highest percentages there for her attacks. Tifa did her Limit Burst to finish it off, and she was the 80% break. Ibara, turn 2, did her Spirit Break. Turn 3, changed back to her Brave Shift form, buffed herself up, took the dark away, and did her Limit Burst chain turn 4. Sora boosted up his Limit Burst turn 3, going Brave Shift turn 3, turn 4 Limit Burst. Kyrie did hers. She turned 3, did her 200% killer, 300% attack magic buff, which Zan stole and gave to everybody. BS chaining, BS light here. This is an all light party, and I barely got Cap. I would highly check out Ibara and say Riku or someone who has an 85%. That would probably make life a lot easier. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. You can either ask here in the YouTube or go to my channel, which is twitch.tv/magguru. Thank you and have a great day. Bye. Alright. Did I pull for Zhongli? Yes, Lord Sin. Not very hard, but I did pull for Longzi. Sylv, I hope you saw my yes. I'm sorry. I was trying to get that done. We are currently in no man's land here for timing. Let's see here. Do I have my... Hey, Special, how are you?
23 months already. It only feels like the first 2 weeks of COVID slurp.
Oh my god, man. Man. It's been forever, and it's been a week. Versatility or Phantasma?
Okay. Do you need it? No. If you want an EX3, it's basically needed. I'm gonna get enough. I have a funny feeling I'm going to just buff the daylights out of them.
2 weeks of COVID.
I got this thing that gives me the Holy Shield talent, which is my first row. So now I can go out and grab left hand.
But now it's time for me to do a little bit of Genshin before I go to